Hello, I'm Ritz Blues, and this is Doom Randomizer. This is the Archipelago version of the Doom Randomizer. As you can see by the tracker that I've got set up above my webcam here, it will track both weaponry as well as level and key progress. So as I play the game and collect checks, you'll see that those will start lighting up as certain levels become available or keys for those levels become available. We're going to be playing on the Ultraviolence difficulty, and I'll be doing chapters 1 through 3, which should take between maybe an hour and 5 minutes to as much as an hour and 20 minutes, depending on how it goes. But let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to go ahead and highlight our first map here. 3, 2, 1, Doom. So, one of the things that we're going to be looking for here are these little archipelago like check icons here, and they're going to be basically representative of either important items or unimportant items. The ones that have the yellow arrow on them indicate items that are going to be marked as progression items. Now, almost all of them are either useful, well, they're useful for making progress, but there are a handful that are not actually required. Now, I just died, and that's perfectly fine, because in the randomizer, we keep our progress between levels, and we can just sort of jump back and forth between stages here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this one. I don't really have a good weapon here, but there's a good light kit. I'll get one. So, generally speaking, what we're going to be doing in the early game is avoiding enemies because there's only one of each weapon in the entire game, and they are hidden in randomized locations. And those locations are swapped out with original power-ups like health packs, large ammo crates, keys, things like that. Supercharges, invulnerability, you name it. Invisibility. Anywhere you would normally expect to see a key or those types of power-ups, you can expect that they will be randomized. And so my goal is to go through these stages and just sort of hunt down those particular hidden power-ups and pick them up. For the sake of both marathon safety and sanity, I also do have the mini-maps unlocked. So you saw that probably at the very beginning of the run. Every single map resource was loaded in. So we're just going to grab this and go. Alright, it's just a med kit. So unfortunately no mileage there. We're going to not do Hangar just yet. We want to pop into Babel because we can get 4 checks here for free. Also, Babel makes for an excellent place to pick up a ton of rockets, so if I happen to pick up a rocket launcher, I'll have that available off the bat. Here we go. Shotgun. Alright, cool. We have a weapon. Alright, so now I'm happy to go to Hangar because at least I have something to do it. Because Hangar, surprisingly enough, if you don't have the shotgun or you don't pick it up, it's kind of surprisingly difficult to do. And that's just because, well, it's not going to be difficult this round because I have both invulnerability and a plasma gun. But in some runs, you can make it all the way through these first 3 starting stages of the game and not get anything that's going to help you, like, kill enemies, and you're just going to be stuck with 50 bullets and a pistol and have nothing you can do. So we're pretty much just going to be going through and, like, paying attention to where I am getting various keys and levels. Sometimes I will skip I will skip checks if they don't seem like they're going to have anything useful. We're still out of ammo on that. I should have used the kill command. Oh well. So one of the things that the randomizer does offer is the ability to kill yourself at any point if you want to teleport back to the start of a level, because not every key is going to be accessible right off the bat. So you do need to be able to, you know, exit a level if you are in a situation where you cannot finish a stage. such as like the case casually for this stage. You need the red key in order to finish containment area casually. But thanks to a few speed strats, that will not actually be an issue. Don't have enough ammo to want to go down into the combat chambers yet, so we'll just head over here and just take a peek. So really, we're just going to kind of run through these levels and look for opportunities to find useful power-ups, like the one hidden here. So none of those are useful. So that just leaves the exit of the stage as well as the gauntlet of the stage. And then I can come back here when I have either the yellow key or the blue key. So we'll go do the gauntlet next, I think, which is over here. So I only have a shotgun for this, but already we have some value just by picking up the refinery key. Sometimes the randomizer, because it spawns random enemies, enemies might get stuck in the geometry. And so a lot of times with cacodemons and pinkies, you'll find that they will not move. And they'll just kind of be stuck walking in place. It's unfortunate, but as a consequence of designing a randomizer, at least. However, it's not a problem for me because I don't mind having enemies that I can essentially ignore simply because they got stuck. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and make our way to the end of the level. And as I said before, you technically need the red key to do this, but an SR50 strafe should do the trick for just jumping the gap here, and we can just move right on. We have refinery, so we'll just pop there. We can get all but about 3 checks here, I think. Or we can peek at them. So, because of the way that the checks are designed in this game, sometimes you just take a look at them and you either take them or you don't. Obviously, the ones with yellow arrows you want to grab. And any of the ones that don't, I mean, you can grab them incidentally if they're on the way, but otherwise, you just kind of ignore them and move on. But there are useful ones. I mean, invulnerability and supercharge can be extremely useful. I don't want to fight the Baron, I just want to make sure that this guy's dead. And then we can sneak past the Baron. Because I don't want to kill a Baron with a shotgun, that takes forever. Alright, so now we have our chain gun. That's helpful. Mostly good for crowd control and pushing, because we're not actually going to be killing a whole lot with it, because I'd just rather run fast and not worry about health or things like that. But if I do need to actually clear, and I've got energy, my best option for full clear is the plasma rifle. And so I use that very, very frequently as sort of my, let's just empty this room of everything. And after grabbing the plasma rifle, I do tend to go out of the way to grab energy packs. Let's see, we have Warrens with blue key. So, in addition to the base levels of the game, the secret levels are also included. So, if this looks familiar to you, the reason is that this is exactly the same thing as Chapter 3-1, except that all the lovely little secret rooms are added in. That will show up here in a little bit. Because it's a separate map, though, the monsters that spawn in their default locations can be different, such as this Baron of Hell that we did not see when all I had was a pistol. But the first half of the stage is pretty much exactly the same. You head down the path, you head up through these tunnels, you check our secret here, and we head to the exit. Except it's not actually an exit. This does lead to, wow, lots of value here. We're going to grab some stuff. You don't actually have to kill the Cyber Demon to finish this level, and so I'm not going to waste ammo or time on it. But now, all these lovely extra checks have been made available to us, and so we need to go check pretty much every one of these rooms for critical upgrades or checks. So now we have a decent number of extra maps to look at here. Okay, don't need that. Hello, Cacodemon. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. Over here. Alright, not useful, but we're grabbing anyway. Partial invisibility is kind of nice, though, for later on. Because we're going to be doing the Mega Gauntlet at the end of this stage, which is quite dangerous. It both a surprise that it sort of throws you in the middle of it, but also requires you to walk out of it. Except we don't really need to do that because we can just kill and warp back. Yeah, when you use the kill command, all the level triggers reset, like that pathway is locked off. But any of the checks that I've collected on the way, I get to keep. So all we need to do is come back to that stage with the red key, and we should be able to finish it pretty quickly. So normally I like to do the stage when I have the BFG, but the pulse rifle also works. And this is another circumstance where having the invisibility helps a bit because it reduces the likelihood that the spider demon will have what we need to will be able to hit me. Don't want to go to Cathedral just yet, so we'll go to Despair. Despair, we're going to go ahead and kill to get our health and ammo refill. So I have a particular route that I like to take here for checking all of the spots. And typically we just want to peek at those those check symbols just long enough to see if there's an up arrow or not. You hope to see one, but you don't hold your breath about it either if it's not there. So, got one more to peek here. That's not essential. So now we just go through the middle finger of this level and call it good. Running out of plasma does kind of hurt when you're trying to make your way through levels and to push past these behemoths of cacodemons. Like, fighting a cacodemon isn't hard. Getting past a cacodemon is challenging at times. Of course, we get a supercharge when I want to die. One advantage of not killing, but instead just allowing yourself to die if things actually decide to attack you. Look, I get the cacodemon's annoying, but kill me. Seriously, guys? Come on. Thank you. Is that the portal for the hub will stay open, whereas if you hit kill, you have to wait about 7 seconds. So I actually didn't save any time by doing that, but it was still worth the shot for me. Let's go ahead and do Phobos, just because it's relatively quick. Just sort of take a quick peek here. Grab some armor, get out of my way. I don't need a lot of help for this stage, but I do need to be able to very quickly kill these guys. So the end trigger for spawning the walls in this is killing all of the Barons of Hell, or enough Barons of Hell. And so where they are is a little bit random, and how many there are is random. I've seen as many as 4 on Ultra Violence. But we killed the other one there, which means that the barrier can lower. We don't have anything of value here, so we'll just go ahead and exit the normal way. I don't know how to jump that gap, but there's a way to jump on top and skip this staircase. I don't have that level of skill yet. One day I may learn how to do it, and that'll be fun. But unfortunately, in order to finish the level, we do have to lose all of our health. So we'll pop in Demo Slab, but we're still at low health, so we're going to kill right away, just to get our health back. Take a peek, that's not helpful. Shoot our way past a few of these guys. Only kill immediate threats. Take a peek, no arrows, not worth checking. So, you pretty much go to specific areas with the expectation that you're going to have to grab certain things or ignore certain things, kill certain enemies. Like that room we're going to skip because that item isn't important. We don't have the blue key yet, so I'm going to check the blue key dead end now for this check over here. It does not have any value. So far we've been kind of very unfortunate on this particular map, and it has not been giving me what I want, which is either weapons or new areas. There are certain areas of the game, certain levels of the game where going partway through and having no key card can be very detrimental. So, like, and then there's other parts where you don't need the key at all. Like, this red key for containment area is completely useless. Because even if you can't do the little strafe jump I did on that level, you can still raise the bridge without going past the red key door. You just have to stand in the acid to do it. So we're going to trigger a hidden room over here. Nothing. Wow. This entire visit to Demo's lab was a waste of time. None of these checks are going to advance the levels at all. At least we're pretty stocked on health. Okay, let's go here. Fortress of Mystery is kind of nice because you just sort of like take a peek and you either grab the items you need or you don't. There's the BFG, there's Mount Erebus, plenty of value in those places. I usually take like 2 checks in this one because all the little side rooms look exactly the same. We have blue and red key here, so we're going to check all 3 of those doors. Containment area blue key. Oh, I didn't realize I picked up the BFG. I even said I picked it up. Wow, all 3 of those were important, except for the shotgun shells. Alright, so let's go do Erebus. That's awesome because we have that and the blue key, which means we'll be able to finish it. Don't want to kill. I really wish I had more cells, because I do need to clear one room in particular. Oh, we were fortunate though. There's a randomly placed energy cell pack in that location, so if we die, I can get tons of cells. I'm going to have to remember to come back here. So, I go to certain specific locations on this map because there's a bunch of little hidden side chambers that open up depending on what you do and when you do it. So, one of the ones that is going to open up that's pretty far away is dependent on killing a specific enemy in this room. I do not know which enemy it is, and thankfully we have the BFG, so I don't even have to really think about that. We'll just clear it out and move on. But the door in question is that one right over there. It will not open until you kill whatever's inside that chamber. Normally I just try and push my way past a Cacodemon. Unfortunately, this one is just directly in the way. So we have to hit that little skull to open this little side door, although it's probably a better idea to come over here. This is an example of where 2 pinkies were spawned on top of one another, and so neither one could move. But as soon as I killed one, the other one was set free. Kind of wish I had a rocket launcher right now, because this next area goes a lot better when you have that. Here I was hoping that was it. I was holding my breath for just a second. Not important, so let's move on, and let's grab this little... Let's do our second little excursion to lava. Oh, I didn't see the Phantom there. Alright, get out of my way. We're going to grab this shielding. We're going to go grab these 2 little side chambers now. So we need this one, and this one. Cool. We have ammo again now, that's nice. Then we're going to come around here and check this last little platform. Nothing of value, although there's 4 checks in that one there. So we're just going to go to the end of the stage at this point, because there's nothing left to do here. And that's Mount Erebus. What else can we do? I usually like to try to avoid some of the harder stages when you don't have keys, but unfortunately I think we have to go to Unholy Cathedral. This is one where, because of the layout of the map, I don't like to come here multiple times. Alright, thankfully there's an energy pack here, so that'll help out quite a bit with some of this. But yeah, like this first chamber, there's 3 checks here. I can only reach one of them. And I need the yellow key to reach the other 2. Just gonna sip ammo here a little bit, since we hit them with a couple of BFG hits. I don't want to waste too much on them. This room, interestingly enough, you don't have to stand on those little crusher pistons to hit their switches. And I don't need to hit them unless either of those checks are important. Nothing of value in this room, so we're just going to leave. This room isn't necessary by itself, but by going through it, it opens one of these little side doors, which is necessary. Unfortunately, this first one I don't believe gives us anything of value. So, we go back, and as you can see, you have to loop through some of these rooms multiple times, and if you don't clear all the enemies, they just sort of, like, wander. I think they tend to try and move generally in your direction wherever you are, so the direction they move in will change based on how far you've moved. We're not going to go any further in that room because it will lock you in, and it's a real pain to get out, and neither of those checks were important. This is an essential check, so we do need it. Alright, military base, aka the one I always forget about, because each one of the keys locks a handful of checks, or at least one or two checks, and that makes it kind of frustrating to worry about. Right, I think we can safely use some energy here. Push our way if we don't have blue key, so we are done here for now. So we're just going to move on to our next area. We did unlock one new stage. We have yellow key, so okay, we don't have red keys, so we go to yellow key next, which is I think over another direction nearby. So we can take a peek here. Not useful. Alright, we have House of Pain. Hopefully we have keys for it. That's another one of those stages where there's a lot of checks behind keys, and it's kind of a long stage where there's a lot of combat, and going like halfway through the stage just isn't really fun. I think that pretty much covers it for what we can do in military base for now. Looks like House of Pain might be our only option at this point. Yep. So, in we go. Alright. So we already have some advantage here. Blue key is nice to see for refinery. Demos anomaly, you need one key for that for 2 checks, or the other key is useful for just finishing the level. So, the objective, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it yet, is to finish every single stage in chapters 1 through 3. And that means you have to unlock the stages and reach the end of each one. Can we, like, please? Thank you. So, I hate how sometimes you get blocked and you can't actually do that. Another thing of note, I have a specific logic on this particular seed set where there's no death logic required, so there's no missable items. So, like, for example, there's pistons in this room here that, like, there's a check down there, but it will never be a progressive item. I still like to collect them because they're not that hard to do, and then I'm going to be passing through that central chamber a whole lot. But if I miss it, I'm not going to go back for it. If I really wanted to go get it, I could use a kill command and go back and check some more. We're going to use a different gun here because I want to use the BFG in the next room. We're going to kind of make a little safe space here. And then we're going to try to kill as many. No barons in this room, very nice. Normally I wind up with like barons and cacodemons in here, and it just makes things miserable. So think another BFG shot ought to do the trick here, just with the doctor order. Too many pinkies running around. Alright. Now that everything's put to rest. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Door closed, I had no health, couldn't make it back out. Now I got to walk through this whole level again. So that's a big part of the reason why I like to clear that first room with the double pistons there, is because you're going to cross through these rooms a whole bunch, playing fast and loose the way that I do. But, you know, respawn penalty is a small price to pay for reckless abandonment. Ah, man, invulnerability, and I'm about to go into a certain room that I also like to have the rocket launcher for, and I still don't have a rocket launcher. So this room is point blank, perfect prime, like, shoot everything with a rocket launcher kind of room, and just unfortunately, I don't have, like, anything to do with that. Can I? Yeah, I got BFG, let's use it. Alright, cool. That was fortunate. Being able to get into a good vantage point in this tight quarters to use the BFG was nice. So that was a very well-timed invulnerability. Alright, we got Toxin Refinery, and I'm pretty sure I have a second key for it as well. I don't believe I can go through any more of the doors for checks, so we're just gonna kill at this point and just warp back. If I had a rocket launcher, I would have killed myself, but I could not, so... Yeah, rocket launchers are incredibly useful in this game. Not only for, like, room clear, but also just because you can use them to move faster when you have invulnerability, and you can, like, clear things faster when you have invulnerability helping you out. Okay, we don't need that. Cool. Alright. I think this is a... Yep, check. New plant. That's the next destination. So we're going to back off here, and we're going to run up here. Imperfectly timed. I stepped too far forward a minute ago. So we're just going to grab what we need out of the middle so we don't have to worry about it later. And re-trigger the secret area. Right here. Okay. You know, I do enjoy using Berserk, but, like, there's a time and a place for it, and so sometimes picking up Berserk at the wrong time is just not good. It's nice that it gives you a full heal to 100%, but doesn't overheal. But the fact of the matter is sometimes it takes your gun away at a very inopportune time. Like, you know, dealing with shotgunners or something like that. Alright, so now we do want to die. So we're going to take advantage of some barrels here that I left alive. Take me out, buddy. Thank you. Alright, so we're done here. We don't have blue key. I need blue and yellow key to get the rest of the checks here, so we're going to go ahead and leave. We did open up Phobos and blue key. I would rather come here with yellow key. But I'll dip in with blue key just on the off chance that I'll find yellow while I'm in here. That does happen quite a bit. You'll be in a situation where you have to dip into a level without all the keys, and sometimes you just find exactly what you need. Now, when I'm invulnerable at Berserk, I definitely take full advantage of the free ammo. No reason not to. You punch about as hard as a rocket, so... Interesting thing to note, your punch strength from Berserk actually lasts quite a bit longer than the Berserk animation. So it can be quite advantageous to keep punching. Yep, I don't have yellow, so that's as much as we can do here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a nuke. We have red key as well. That's very helpful. Come over here. Unfortunately, I can't look up. Otherwise, I'd peek at this to see what it is. There's my rocket launcher. Good times. I do kill myself quite a bit with the rocket launcher. I'm still working on the best times to use it, best rooms to use it on. But it is always a pleasure to see the rocket launcher. It always puts a smile on my face. So we're just going to peek around here, see if that's progression. It's not. So. There we go. Switch weapons here because we need a pellet-based weapon, a projectile weapon, like a bullet or pellet shot weapon, not a laser. To open that door, it's programmed only to react to gun, either handgun or either bullet or shell rounds. So not necessary. Okay. Ow. Yeah, I usually like to run with a shotgun through there, but I don't know. I always like to change up weapons a little bit and try and keep my ammo stores up on each one. Supercharge is nice, lets me pretty much ignore a whole room and walk past it and not worry about getting shot. Just need this guy to die. Thank you. Cool. Alright, computer station with yellow key is very nice. Because blue is only needed for like, I think one check in the end of the stage. Because we're starting with red key, we're going to go here first. If I didn't have red key, I'd take a different route and I would peek to see if there was any value in the red key. But if you already have it, you may as well just go. If an enemy is shooting at you, chances are they're above you and you can hit them from where you're standing. Let's see. Alright, I don't need to go out there. I don't need to go up there. So we'll just run past all that stuff and go straight to the second half of the map. Alright. Moving on. Oh yeah, we have plenty of cells. Great. So we need to kind of go off the beaten path a couple times on this stage to find all the little hidden items and hit all the switches. I need that switch to check the chainsaw platform. 2 good checks here so far. 3 good checks. Lots of value on this little side path. A lot of the times I'll come off that pillar in that right side path there and just won't have any value in it. So let's peek. Don't need the chainsaw. Which means that when I leave this area, it'll be pretty straightforward which way I go and why I go that way. Into Berserk, guess we'll just use it. Okay, don't need any of this, but we did wind up with a supercharge because I momentumed into it. Okay. Move back over here. Don't need you, just want to jump off of here, grab these checks. Another one, very good. We don't have blue key, but we do have the rocket, so we're gonna warp back to the beginning of the level and just step on the hub to go back to the hub world. Very useful. Let's see, computer's done. Let's see, it's a decent choice. Not having yellow key doesn't hurt too bad. We'll go to spawning bats. Owie. Yeah, spawning bats is great. It just like you start the level off like surrounded by 3 enemies. It's great. All right, so there's the last key I need to figure to finish Sloth of Despair. Grab some extra health here. I don't want to die yet, and this room is kind of dangerous. Gonna hit that switch. Take a peek. Those are not helpful. Peek. Nope. So anytime I'm peeking, I'm just looking at those checks to see if they are progression items. If they are, then I'll use them. If they're not, then I will just move on. because we have blue key, it's better to go this way. Don't need that. This is one of 2 switches we'll need for another check later. So it's always good to do that. And we just so happen to have the red key that is needed for that second check. But it's usually better to finish the stage than come back for that check later. Because we had blue key and not yellow key, we're not going to go any deeper in the office areas. So, but we are going to do the back half of the level here just to get the last couple of checks. So this room has a check there, and then the switch behind this door is another check later. Back into that, supercharge, exactly what I was hoping for. Helps keeps my health up. Please stop blocking me. Getting attacked by enemies is not the biggest threat in this game. Getting bodied by them is. So the one thing you don't want to do is get stuck in a room where you're being attacked on multiple sides and can't back away or sidestep or anything like that. That exit right there kills me so many times. Alright, so we're done with this stage, although I'm already most of the way back, so we're just going to go ahead and take a peek. That's the double lever room. Don't need it. So we're just going to head to the exit of the stage. And we'll come back here later with the yellow key if we need it. If I remember. That's one of the biggest problems with running this game and skipping things the way that I do. Is there's a chance that you might not have had all the keys that you needed to check everything. And so you just sort of have to make your way back. And remember to come back, because if you don't, you know, you're going to be out of luck. So unfortunately, I'm out of cells. I should have been saving them for a good BFG shot here. Oh wait, I do have a rocket launcher though. That'll help. Okay. Another room where I can skip that first monster in the interest of killing a bunch of other ones. So, the rocket launcher is also the reason that I always like to pay a visit to Tower of Babel as soon as I can, just to grab extra ammo for the rocket launcher for rooms like that. And actually, this stage has a lot of choked up rooms like that that can really ruin your day. All right, we do need that one. Military base red. Okay, so I can go back there and finish, or not finish it, but make progress. I'd rather wait till I also have blue key though, so I can actually finish the level. Didn't mean to open that door. It's okay. So come back here to the secret area to grab the shielding suit because it's just a little bit closer than going all the way down the left path and doubling back. So now we're going to go all this way to find this little hall here. I accidentally walked past it. Pop that out. Fling some rockets down it until I can see what's at the other side of it, and then move on. Yep, just one check there. Not necessary to go to otherwise. So we can just move on with the rest of the stage. Don't have to kill anything else pretty much at all to finish the stage at this point. So we're just going to walk past any major threats. This room's a little risky, but we can still just duck in and grab it and then leave. We have a red skull key for House of Pain, which means we can finish that now. But I don't know if that's really where I want to go yet. Think about that. Let's just dip military base for red key, since there's a decent number of checks behind that. Go back. Okay, back over here. How's that? I'm gonna die. This red path always gives me quite the beating. All right, nothing of value, unfortunately. Okay, so Phobos, we don't have what we need. I hate going in here without the yellow key, but We don't have much choice. Phobos yellow key is pretty good. That allows me to go to Phobos, which I'll go next. So this is Halls of the Damned. It is kind of an infamous level in the speedrun for having one of the coolest glitches in the game, called the Void Glide. I'm going to be doing that in the run as well. I don't have the fine-tuned adjustments set on my mouse wheel or anything like that, but for my purposes it's still just fun to show off, and it doesn't usually take me incredibly long to do without the fine-tuning. I really don't want to waste any energy rounds right now because I'm going to need them in the later rooms. So we're going to go in this little corner here, peek at that little line, and now we're out of bounds. And we're going to come line up with the plate here. Try again. Being invisible actually makes this a little harder. Okay, we're going to do a quick little... There we go. Come on. Of course, now it's going to be tricky to get. Come on. Stubborn. Stubborn today. Come on. Give me the Void Glide. There he is. Okay. Back to running. So unfortunately we still don't have a yellow key, which I really, really want to progress in this stage. So we're going to dip back in it again and go through some kind of nasty areas that I don't like to go to. This next room is dark and requires quite a bit of combat. I don't actually know the game vanilla, so I don't know which keys would be in here, but I pity anybody that has to go deep into this room because it's just not fun. These rooms are dark, and if you're playing on the randomizer, there can be as many as like 4 or even 5 barons in here, depending on what the spawns they give you are. Essentially, the game classifies monsters in like 2 major tiers, either like basic enemies or like sort of the medium or stronger enemies. And so that means like anywhere you would normally see like a cacodemon, it's entirely possible that you would get a Baron of Hell instead. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't get to peek in that last little room that has one more check in it, so I need to make my way back in there. Return trips to rooms that you fought your way towards is always kind of a challenge. Alright, we don't need it, so we're leaving. So we're going to take advantage of our remaining refilled energy ammo to clear out this hallway here. I think that was 3? No, 2 geckos. So we're just going to peek at the 2 rooms that we can open the door in. No progress. And then regardless of whether this is an item we need or not, we're going to go ahead and grab it, come here, and then die. And now we can leave the stage. Okay, let's see. I think we have... Actually, let's do Pandemonium next. Okay, so come over here, pop that. Pop that switch, but we're going to make our way up here. Pop down here, grab some extra energy rounds. Never turn those down. Alright, there we go. There's the blue key, which is not one we need. Oh, nope, don't want to go that way yet. We want to take a little dip in the lava here. That was worth it. Yellow key's worth 3 checks in containment area. We die here, yep. Only 4 health means you can't really go too far in there. Thankfully, we have an alternate route over here. So we can just make our way down here and peek. Alright, it was not important. I didn't see it when I died. Could have saved a little side trip there. We're going to step up here, walk over to the switch, go back and grab what's here, and then come back and grab that. Now we can move on to the back half of the level. Just sort of mash our way through this neat tunnel here. I don't want too much health, but I do need enough health to survive the trip into this last little chamber here. Because I don't like to come back out of this room alive if I don't have the blue key. So we're going to avoid anything that isn't progressive and then just dip in the lava and wait to die. And then make our way back out of the level, and that's Pandemonium. Let's see, we have yellow key for Unholy Cathedral, red and blue for Limbo. Where else? Phobos. Phobos for sure. Anytime you have a full salvo of keys, finish the level. No reason not to. This is one of a handful of rooms that I like to use that right off the bat. Not useful. Take a peek. That's not needed either. Get them out of the way. Alright, one more time. Why not? Alright, we made it through the hardest room. Rather challenging room. Okay, grab this little secret area. Still no progress. Normally in a speedrun, you'd go zipping right by these guys, but in my experience, you tend to run into a lot of pinkies trying to do that. So this is usually one of those rooms that I like to full clear. If you want to go YOLO strats, I mean, it's definitely potentially faster. Alright, anything new? Not really. Feels like I have to go to Limbo now. Oh wait, nope, we can do Refinery. What do we got for weaponry? So, a small amount of energy punchy ammo, which will be good to get through here. Box of rockets is helpful too. Okay. Always want to cut through those shadowy hallways as fast as possible, because getting stuck in that room is awful. As long as this last room wasn't a cacodemon, everything's fine. We have yellow key for spawning vats. I really don't want to go there. Let's do containment area, because I know it's got the yellow and I have the blue key for it, so no reason not to. Don't need that. Go check blue real quick. Blue has value. Demos blue key, which I believe lets me finish Demos. Lab. Come over this way. Alright, don't need any of this stuff. Of course we get a supercharge right when I don't want it. Kind of a waste of a supercharge, but it is what it is. Alright, Demos Lab. So now we can do the back half of Demos, since we have all the keys we need to finish the stage. Take a quick peek here, necessary. There's Unholy Cathedral's last blue key, so we can finish that too, and dip in and get the yellow checks as well. My music seems to be stuck. It's not tinnitus, that's just the music, don't know why. Ah! Stupid phantoms. Now everything's going to be waking up. I always like to try and go through this room without shooting, because inevitably the monsters at the bottom of that staircase won't move unless you shoot. And as soon as you start shooting, that's when they pop out and say hello. Alright, so Demos is done. Containment's done. Don't want to go to Limbo. Let's go to Cathedral and get our last few checks. So first things first, we're gonna go grab our yellow checks over here. No value there. Come over here. Pass through this door. Punchy. Doom God punch. And no progress. Just gonna dodge him. Alright, and where to next? Let's see. We did check red. We do toxin blue. I don't really want to do toxin blue without yellow, but here we are. And no value. That's okay. It means we'll have to dip again later when we get yellow, but at least we can finish toxin. Give me that. Alright. Where else? I guess we have to go to Limbo. Didn't want to, but the other option is House of Pain. I think Limbo's got more checks in it. So yeah, we have plenty of self ammo. Ooh, toasty. Okay, actually, we have blue, so with blue I like to go this way first. It's not strictly necessary to go this route, but this is one of the fastest ways into the sort of back chamber, just to see what checks are here. I could do a side path to go raise a bridge and then come back, or we can just jump across. Okay, so now coming back out here, let's go ahead and grab the suit. We're gonna go head the blue way here, grab some health. Oh, there's plenty of it. Okay. Only thing you don't really want to see in these rooms are Baron. Alright, we have enough to finish Pandemonium now. Let's see. Don't go that way yet. I'm going to come here. Grab that check. Hit that switch. Now we will have to come back with yellow key later, but this puts us into the other side rooms that we need for setting up the final area checks. So come this way. That's a room that we have to push our way into. There's the halls, the yellow key. So we can also do that, and central processing. Now the map is really starting to open up. So we can come back to Limbo later when we have the yellow key. Let's go ahead and just finish Pandemonium while I give myself a little time to think about where to go next. I think Command Center sounds good. We have a Baron, but if I push through fast enough, we can make it out. Same thing with this level as well. We'll just make our way to the very end. Try to survive combat up to that point. Gotta be careful slinging rockets this fast, because if anything gets up in my grill, I will instantly explode. Cool. Let's go do Command Center. For central processing? I guess I don't have the Command Center area, but central processing with all 3 keys is excellent. Grab this. We're going to do one of 2 possible tricks to keep this door open here. One is to let them walk out. And if enemies are spawned too close to the door, it does not close, which is great for me. If they are too close, it takes 30 seconds for the door to open, so my alternative option is to just die. And there's plenty of barrels in that room and enemies to help me with that particular process if it's needed. Do need that. Almost walked right past it. Gotta be careful with peeking. Make sure you see that arrow or you don't. You're looking for the arrow or the pink dot, and you're not going to see both. Okay. Looks like somebody opened the door for me. That was very nice of them. Push our way through here and go look for one check where the map normally would be. Okay, no value. Probably would have been worth checking to see if there was an invuln, because there's a decent amount of traffic in this area that has a lot of lost souls. Okay, good. Command control is not useful though. Limbo yellow skull, there we go, we can finish Limbo now. Hopefully this persists long enough for me to unleash a firestorm of rockets in these next couple of rooms. Nope. Not quite enough. Always have to like really think about getting that last button before you push it. Military base, I believe we checked red already. I think we did. So we'll go check blue. Alright, cool. Room's clear. Nothing of value, so now we just leave. Ah, botched it. I really should SR50 that a little more. Makes that jump a little cleaner, I think. I never really tried it that much. Come on, open the door. Get out of my way. Thank you. Okay, done with that. Computer. We can finish computer. Let's do that. So we're actually getting pretty close to the end of the run at this point. It's mostly like cleanup and remembering like which stages I've done and what parts of those stages, and whether or not I need to go to specific places like Toxin Refinery Yellow Key Card or all of the military base key cards, stuff like that. No ammo. This is rough. Always the hit scanners that just rip you to shreds in this game. Okay, still don't have that. We can yellow key to finish this. Grab some rockets on the way. Okay. We can go check the red door for 2 more checks, and then make our way out the blue door exit. Pinky said hello. It's okay. Now we have cell ammo. I knew at least once I'd wind up jibbing myself with a rocket launcher. Command control, very nice. I have all the keys for it, but I'm still going to do the jump. Just because that's the only route I know, and like the only difference is whether or not I have yellow key. Do I go back out the hole, or do I go through the door? Speaking of which, let's go do that. So command control, this one's probably one of my favorite levels in the randomizer, simply because once you get it, you can full clear it. I know there's 2 keys in it, but with proper SR40 strafe jumping, you can pretty much skip, or you can skip any of the keys, which is nice. Pop over here, that's not needed. Owie. Don't need that, so we're not even going to go in the room. Clear these guys out. I think that's just about everybody. Alright, let's not go that way. We want to go here, and SR40. Oh, try again. Got it. We do have the keys, so we can just open the door. Very nice that they were weak enemies, not strong enemies over there, so I don't have to worry about the rest of that. All of Chapter 1 is done. All of Episode 2, we just need to finish Tower of Babel. So we're going to kill. Trigger. We just need to go out the main door here. Get out of my way. Do not block me. Not cool. Not cool. Alright, cool. Good fight. That's it for those. Let's go finish Limbo. So to finish Limbo, we need to go take a little swimmy swim. Swim in the burny blood. fine. You can kill me. I don't care. Wow, you lived. Or I lived. What happened? What happened? I was supposed to die. It's okay. Alright, so go through here. This is the reason we need the yellow key, and the only reason. And just bring this with me. Oh, I have no ammo for it. Great! Should have killed him in the other room. So they're all kind of stuck until I kill one of them. Same thing with this row. Nice. And that leaves Warren's. Come over here and just finish. Where's my red door? Oh. Oh, I killed. I'm so stupid. Great. Alright, cool. Oh, that's a waste of time. Alright, note to self, Ritz. Never kill on this stage. Never kill at the end of this stage. Either die or escape, but never kill. Alright, come over here. We're gonna go give Mr. Cyber Demon a great big old hug. Except I just jibbed myself with rockets in that room. Alright. Okay, we hit the trigger. Now we can die. And now we can leave. Okay, so now we're gonna go finish up House of Pain. I don't know where the yellow key is, but I don't think we need it to finish it. That was quite painful. Oh yeah, we do need to hit that switch. I think this is another one where selecting the kill option, probably not the best idea. But here we are. Oh my sweet lord, get out of the way. Oh, that shotgunner's a deadeye. Every time I go in that room, that's why I clear it normally. Don't kill on House of Pain either, Ritz. Just need to get through this door. Alright, we're good. Don't think we need anything there. Doubt this is going to help. There's the chainsaw. Alright, cool. We'll finish it up with a chainsaw finish. Die. And that's GG. 107. So yeah, that's actually a new PB for me. Typically these runs take anywhere from 1 hour to oh, well, that's the fastest I've done, but they usually take anywhere from an hour and like 10 minutes to an hour and 20 minutes. But that's pretty much the full extent of the run. But yeah, that's Doom Randomizer. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I know it's fast paced and lots of action, lots of combat. You know, rip and tear until it's done, right? So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully I'll see you around.